What's up, guys? Welcome to Knockers on the Bottom. I'm your host, J Mill, J Miller, if you like. So let's get into it. So the Cowboys lose the game to the 49ers, 30-24. They did a lot of the same things we talked about before the game started, as far as being kind of non-fighting on offense and defense, and kind of just letting the 49ers control the game in all facets. In the first half, they played pretty well. Actually led at the halftime 10-6. Uh, but they had some chances there to put a little bit more distance between themselves and the 49ers. Dak Prescott had a not quite a red zone interception again, but gave the ball back on the to the 49ers defense. On that play, it looked like he kind of predetermined who he was going to throw the ball to. He dropped back. He saw the coverage, decided I'm throwing it there no matter what. He got hit on a play, so he couldn't quite step into the throw and get as much on it as he wanted to. But I think the bigger problem is he predetermined that he was going to Cavante Turpin down the offense's left, defense's right side on that play when they left the huddle. He had no intention of making reads on that play. It's the sign of a lazy quarterback. It's the sign of lazy play calling. You know, you want to design a play to a player, but if you're getting pressure and you just decided right off the rip, I'm going that way, uh, once you feel the pressure, right, you should have an outlet, running back, tight end, whoever it is, getting out there, throw the ball away, take the sack, eat the sack, you know. But instead, Dak Prescott said, I'm going to throw this ball to Cavante Turpin today on this play right now. I'm not gonna. I'm not reading the defense. Read the defense for who? Read the defense for what? So that happens. Intercepted on that play. Ends up being a big momentum changing thing in the game. I mean, that's a possession the Cowboys gave away that they could have gotten extra points on. They were moving the ball pretty nicely. They were running okay at that time. They were passing okay at that time. You know, if the Cowboys get points in that possession, maybe we go into the half 13-6. Maybe we go into the half 17-6. And that difference could have been the difference in the game, especially since the Cowboys ended up going down 27-10 at some point. Maybe if you're up 17-6 and you know the 49ers start to make their furious run where they get some points on you and they get it to 20-17, you're still in the game. Changes the way you call the game, changes the way you defend the game, changes the way you play the game. Maybe makes the Cowboys play a little bit better in that game. Also, shout out to Brandon Aubrey for making all his field goals, but also shout down to the special teams because there was about 4 consecutive special teams plays where we had penalties on every single one of those plays. And not saying that, you know, that definitely, you know, made the game the score that it was, but if you think about the special teams making big plays the entire game and, you know, not necessarily having penalties to disrupt the field position of the Dallas Cowboys, maybe that makes the field position on the 49ers that much tougher. Maybe that keeps the game that much closer. Not saying the Cowboys scoring any of those possessions where the penalties start because the offense was horrible tonight. They insisted on giving carries to 30-year-old Zeke and giving carries to 30-year-old Rico Dowdle. I believe Hunter Lipke had 1 carry on the game and had 1 pass catch in the game. Deuce Vaughn didn't see any offensive snaps that I saw. Rico Dowdle was out with a health condition. So instead, you went geriatric in your run game and decided, you know what, we're going to give our carries to the oldest guys on earth and the slowest guys on earth, and we're going to see how that works for us. The Cowboys continue to shoot themselves in the foot. They continue to misevaluate. Even during a bye week with extra time to think about it, this was the best game plan that they could come up with, and that says a lot. Dak Prescott still leaves a lot to be desired from a $60 million quarterback. The interception where he predetermined a throw, that was pretty horrible. The other interception that he threw was less horrible, but still pretty bad. And one of the things I said watching the game, when I was watching the game with my girl, we were sitting here on the couch, and there was a point in the game where Dak Prescott was going to throw the ball over the middle to CeeDee Lamb, but he got hit right at that time, and the ball kind of fell and skipped in front of CeeDee Lamb before it could get there. And looking at the ball, looking at the way he was about to throw it, I told her, I was like, the hit on Dak Prescott, the pressure to make him throw that ball short, that was the best thing that could have happened because CeeDee Lamb was double covered, and that definitely would have been an interception. So we have a lot to work on here, but we've had a lot to work on all season. The Dallas Cowboys are now 3-4. They're going to be headed to the Atlanta Falcons the next weekend. So that's going to be probably another loss because the Falcons run some of those things that give us the same trouble. They got Bijan Robinson, they got Tyler Algieri, they got Kyle Pitts, they got the wide receiver. I can't remember his name at this moment. So it's going to be another game that gives the Cowboys trouble. So get ready for your Cowboys possibly to be 3-5. Going into the halfway point of the season, which will be interesting for Cowboys Nation to say the least. If I try to give a star up just based off the original watch of the game, star up to CeeDee Lamb. He played well. He caught a lot of balls. I don't think he dropped a target. I believe he had about 9 catches on 10 targets. So for the most part, he caught the ball pretty much every time it was thrown his way. So I give him a star up. Overshown also gets a star up. He had a big sack on Brock Purdy to give the Cowboys a chance late in the game. He also was all over the field as far as making tackles, making pass breakups. He was in coverage pretty well. So I like the way DeMarvion Overshown played. And then star up to, believe it or not, the Cowboys right 4 or left 4. No soup for you, Terrence Steele. No soup for you. I'm going to soup Nazi that ass because you sucked. But other than that, Tyler Guyton actually played okay. Tyler Smith played good. Cooper Beebe has some outstanding blocks. On a Zeke touchdown run, he actually blocked 2 people on play. But, so I give Cooper Beebe some credit there on the offensive line. He actually played really, really well. My other star up, or actually I'll start with some star downs. Dak Prescott gets a star down for throwing multiple interceptions in the game. There were a lot of times where he was predetermined where he was going to go with the ball. A lot of times that he made bad decisions. A lot of times that he didn't get our offense into the right play. He's making $60 million. That's what we expect him to do. Get us in the right play. Get us in the right play to try to make some points. And then at the end of the game, he had a chance to do what he needed to do, and it was the worst. It was the worst sequence of the game by Dak Prescott when the pressure was on the most. So I know Jerry Jones is probably pissed off over there because he's like, I gave this homie money. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm sitting over here watching him stink it up when it matters the most. It's just, I don't know how you watch it and get hope. That's the problem. I don't know how you watch it and get hope. I've been a Cowboys fan for my whole life, and right now I have no hope. I'm here to talk to you guys. I'm here to let you guys know how I feel. I'm here to hear how you guys feel because I know you guys feel some of the same things. You guys have been Cowboys fans as long as I have. I have no hope. They're not giving us much hope. They're not playing in a way that you can rally behind. They're doing the typical things that they do, making a last second gasp of a comeback to make you think that it might be something, but overall, I think the Cowboys are what we should expect for the rest of the season. Get ready, Cowboys fans. We're going to go on a tear here, and not in a good way. We're going to be losing a lot of games over the end of the season. I had the prediction at 9-8 before the beginning of the season. Maybe the Cowboys make a wild card. Maybe they just barely miss it. But now I'm struggling to find 3 to 4 more wins on the rest of their schedule. So, get ready. Start looking at your college players. Start seeing who you think might be a good player to add to the Cowboys on either side of the ball, because we're not going anywhere this year. It's probably time to make sure you throw in the towel and just, keep your expectations mediocre, because that's exactly what the Cowboys are, mediocre. Jerry Jones is gonna try to sell us this week. He's gonna talk all his shit and say, hey, the young guys are coming along, and that's the most competitive game we played against San Francisco in years. Don't listen to any of it. Don't buy into it because he's not making a trade to make the team better. He's not getting rid of people to make the team better. He's not doing anything with the coaching staff to make the team better. some of the same problems that we had before the bye week. We had them after the bye week. I did talk to you guys during that whole bye week and said, hey, I don't think a week is going to be enough to get some of these situations fixed. And now we're looking at the game and we're seeing a week wasn't enough to get some of these situations fixed. So I don't want to be Mr. Negative Cowboy guy, but you know what's up. You guys know what's up. You know where we're headed. Today I had my Cowboys hat on. Normally I got my jersey on and my shirt, and I'm waving my jersey in the air. And even when they made it 30-24, I just still couldn't bring myself to get excited. I knew what was coming. I knew what was going to happen. And then Dak Prescott went out there and made it happen. And not in the way that you want him to make it happen. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for tuning in. Follow me on Twitter at JMillerIYL. That's JMiller if you like. You can also hit me up via email, knockersonthebottom@outlook.com. Again, knockersonthebottom@outlook.com. You can also hit me up at knockersonthebottom@gmail.com. You can submit questions in the comments below. I'll take them there. I'll take them on Twitter. I'll take them via email, put them in a mailbag format, make it a regular segment. But hit the like button. If you like the video, hit the subscribe button so you know when I'm coming on. But thank you guys for tuning in. Love you guys so much. Until next time, I'm your host, J Mill if you like. This has been Knockers on the Bottom. Peace.